Hey, good morning from Ketchikan, Alaska. We pulled into port around 6:45 our time, which would be about 10:45 East Coast. We have somewhat cloudy skies. Not too bad, it's about 60 degrees right now. And we are going to be doing the Totem Bight, B-I-G-H-T, State Park today as our excursion. We're only in port till 1 p.m. so it will be a quick excursion. They'll take us by bus to the state park, and I'm hoping I can fit my scooter on the bus. I'm not sure if I can yet, depends on the type of bus. The cost of our excursion was $79. We got to the exit of the ship, and I was not able to bring my scooter off the ship for this port. And the way up this steep ramp is coming down right now. It's this little, looks like 7-passenger, 10-passenger golf cart. So this gentleman we're going to get on with him, and we're going to go up that ramp to our buses.
You know
And
what
we are off.
last boss said he liked about me?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, he's going to run you guys over. Scrambling. That means go across.
Folks will, when you come back, stay on this side over here. This is for vehicle traffic here.
Yeah, I'm moving almost as fast as my scooter moves in speed bumps because he's a fast driver. They put them in just for him.
You know, folks, I just realized this morning when I woke up, today is the day before tomorrow and the day after yesterday.
Imagine that.
I've been looking for you. I've been looking for you.
I'm sorry, I had to go and help.
He owes you money.
Okay. Again, folks, thank you for coming to Ketchikan. We sure appreciate it. Hope you have a good time while you're here. And if you're
In the terminal, and as we come in, there is someone greeting us, and we're literally getting dumped into the shopping area.
And if you're taking the free shuttle downtown, it's on the left all the way across. Have a great morning, you guys.
So we should be able to get all our Ketchikan needs right here.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to
I don't know how much time we'll have to get downtown. It looks to be like an old rail yard, as you can see the train cars over there. There is a lot of stuff in here. So we are going to the entrance of Totem Bight State Park. She is not only our bus driver, but our tour guide.
This is a mortuary pole. So this is a Thunderbird pole. A mortuary pole is kind of how they would bury their dead, if that makes sense. So the natives, until the Christians came and told them that burning their dead was not okay, that's what they would do. They would burn the ash, or burn the person that died, and then put their ashes in the back of the totem. So there's actually, if you walk around the this totem pole also
So if you couldn't hear her,
has
this is a mortuary totem
kind of
pole
like, it's kind
where
of a story
they
as well. So tell us about the Thunderbird.
would put ashes of people in the back compartments. We are walking through a forest area. A lot of old trees. A lot of erosion too from rain. Most of the totem poles we'll see are remakes of some of the original ones. This one she just said was made in 1987, but we are actually going to see the one that it was duplicated from. But there's a lot of detail. Pretty cool. So we're looking out over the water. There's a lot of walking. And we're coming up to a little like cabin area. We're coming into the Totem Restoration Building, which I'm guessing is exactly what it says it is. Come in and restore totem poles.
Pretty new. Just with all the wiring and the state of the building in general. But a building like this is what they would have used to house the carvers as they were carving.
So the way they restore the totems or rebuild the totems, the only modern day tool they use is the chainsaw to cut it down. And then everything else is used with the original types of tools, and it's hand done. So this is a Thunder Eagle being rebuilt right here. And they copy it exactly to the one they are replacing. Our tour guide did say that totem poles are made out of red cedar. One of the reasons why they use that is red cedar rots from the inside out. So they can take some of the insides when they're making them, they hollow it out and they preserve it better, and it also makes it lighter to move. So these totem poles are left here to deteriorate naturally. The original way they painted them, they would deteriorate naturally, but with today's paints, she said it actually doesn't deteriorate as fast. It was pretty interesting how they made the paint in the original tribe days. I missed the beginning of it, but it was something about chewing up salmon eggs and straining the juice through your teeth and keeping the skins of the eggs and disposing of that. So that sounds really fun. We are getting ready to go inside this. And I'll have more information about what this is in a few. So I was told that this is a clan house that we are going in. Oh, this is really cool architecture. Solidly built, that's for sure.
The way that they would figure out how much room each person your own bed in your plan.
She was saying that this totem pole is 68 feet tall. I'm going to kind of stand right at the base.
It's kind of blocked on the outside by the
And
steel wrapped around it, the metal wrapped around it on the bottom, to protect it from rotting. So that'll last longer. One other thing that's on this pole that I have not seen on any other pole is the steel band wrapped around this bear's stomach here to hold the pole up. Because if this thing fell, that's not 68 feet to the coast. So they definitely want to prevent that as much as possible. There's a couple of different stories on this pole here. The main one that I know of is the shaman at the top. So shamanism is, if you've never heard of it before, basically it's just it's a spiritual practice, or having like a healer in the community that can provide physical healing through spiritual means. And so shamanism wasn't, I've heard from native people here in Alaska that it wasn't super common, but they did have shamans here and there. So the figure at the top there, that he kind of has a headdress on, and then also he's wearing a traditional apron and holding a staff. And that staff is actually a representation of a spiritual power, which is kind of cool.
just a little interesting tidbit. These berries that are growing are called salmon berries. And they start out green, then go to yellow. And then, as you can see, there's a lot of red ones. They almost look like a raspberry, but they are not raspberries. They are salmon berries. The state park is sitting on the water. It's a really pretty view, and that little white speck way out there next to the island out there is another cruise ship. Ketchikan is an island, and there's a lot of tiny little islands around too. Very pretty here. I missed the beginning of her talking, but she was saying back in the ancient times there was a person of the clan that made 10 totem poles in one night, trying to gain good favor of the clan that he was trying to get into. And these are replicas of what he did. Even though they're replicas, they're still made the same way as I stated earlier, and the detail is really, really incredible. So we have another walk to get out to where the gift shop is. Just a note, I was not able to bring my scooter to this, and I can see by the terrain it would have been difficult. I do want to say that they told me there was not a lot of walking, but there were benches, so they were right about the benches. There has been a lot of walking, so I wouldn't do this again. It's pretty cool, but way too much walking for me. Okay, of course, they have a little Alaska Totem Trading, so here's our little gift shop. Go inside and check it out. You know I'm going to buy something.
Hey everyone, Present Time Chris here. I just want to do a recap of Ketchikan, as I did not do an outro on the night we left. Ketchikan was a pretty little town. We did not get to go into downtown as we did not have much time with our excursion. One of the things I stated at the end of the video was, hey, I'll probably buy something. So here's what I bought. It is a real hand-carved totem. They did sell other totems. They sold some really cheap ones that, if you looked at them close, they actually said made in China, made in the Philippines. This was hand-carved in Alaska. It was $85, somewhere around there. They had them as high as $2,000, $3,000. but I wanted to bring something back original. Now, the problem with this excursion we went on was there was a lot more walking than we were told there would be. We called the excursion department before we left Tampa, and they told us, oh yeah, no problem. All the totems are in one spot. You can sit, you can look at them. There is a place that you want to go out on like a boardwalk if that leads out to the water. That's a little bit of a walk, but there's places to sit. So there was a boardwalk, but it took a while to get there. So the park was a big loop, and there were places to sit. The problem was we had a tour guide. So by the time I would sit, we were moving on. So I did talk to the excursion desk on the ship. They told us we probably should have gone to them with our concerns, and they may have been able to change our excursion. The people on the ship excursion desk have been on all the excursions, they told us. Their bigger concern was that I was not allowed off the ship with my mobility scooter. They took notes of that. They said they would give feedback to the people at the exits of the ship, and I should have been able to at least get off the ship. I don't think the bus that took us there would have been able to take the scooter, but I should have never been on that excursion. Very interesting. If you're interested in Alaskan folklore, great excursion. But for me, with my mobility issues, not a good excursion. So overall, Ketchikan was a short visit. Very interesting. Wouldn't do the excursion again, but still had a little bit of fun. I was hurting that night, but live and learn, and I did it. Paid the price a little bit, but no worries. I will continue to scoot on, and hope you enjoyed this video. And I think I have one more video to recap the whole cruise. That'll be soon. Thanks.